Yan, first breakfast natin dito sa Casa San Pablo. At kunwari, ito pa yung start. Hindi, kanina pa kami kumakain.
Chef, ito po, dito ako nag-umpisa sa tilapia.
Ito yung
Opo.
Dang's Tilapia. Dito nagsimula yung swerte.
Aha.
Look at that, di ba? Parang nasa set tayo ng Jurassic Park. Ang aming kinakain, talo pa yung buffet. As we explored more of San Pablo Laguna, we got a closer look at the unique dishes and flavors that make this city special. Every stop gave us a taste of what makes San Pablo one of a kind. One of the dishes we discovered in San Pablo Laguna was the kulawo, a classic local dish, a staple that continues to be loved by many in the area. Today, they're going to show us how to make it. Hello, Simple Peeps! Today, nandito tayo sa Casa San Pablo, sa Casa San P, and we are cooking a very popular and very special dish. It's called the kulawo. Kasama ko si Chef Marlon, who will demonstrate to us how to make this kulawo.
Bali po, ang pinaka-special recipe po talaga dito, yung ating niyog po. Kasi po, yung niyog po, ating po siyang tutustahin sa baga po. Tapos hanggang sa maging aromatic and maging toasted. Tapos pipigaan po natin siya ng coco vinegar po. Then pagkapiga po, yun na po yung pinaka-magpapalasa sa atin.
Wala na siya ibang cooking.
Wala na
siyang
po.
gisa, wala
Yes,
na
wala
siyang
po siyang ano. Kaya
okay.
napaka-basic lang po siyang gawin po.
Napaka-basic niya, pero pag kinain mo siya, parang sinerve kasi sa amin to nung unang araw dito. Parang kumakain ka ng ensalada na may kasama ng inihaw.
Yes
So
po.
parang sobrang satisfying,
Yes
no?
po.
Kasi nagkakaroon siya ng umami na may meatiness siya kahit wala siyang meat. So, ito yung niyog natin. Inayod na siya. The usual grated coconut. Ano yung gagawin dito?
Bali sir, ano po natin siya, tutustahin po natin siya
Dito,
sa uling.
ito,
Yes
may
po.
uling tayo. So baga.
Yes po sir.
Very typical to siya sa mga luto dito.
Yes.
Pero meron ding mga gumagawa ng kulawo na ang gamit ay
Uso na saging.
Uso
po.
na saging.
Po. Pero dito po sa Casa San Pablo, ang kulawo po natin is talong po ang ginagamit po natin. Sir, ayan po, naamoy niyo po sir yung aromatic po niya na...
very, yeah. At saka yung aroma niya, may sweetness dahil sa coconut,
Yes
no?
po. Ayan po, tutustahin lang po natin siya ng...
So iwan mo lang siya ng ganyan na
Yes
ilang
po,
minutes.
halo-haluin lang po. Then pagkatapos po, ihiwalay po natin yung baga po.
Baga.
Tapos bubuhusan po natin ng coco vinegar po.
So mabilis lang pala siya.
Yes po sir, 10 to 15 sir. Almost po, done na po tayo magpagawa po.
So replace mo naman siya. Kasi pag nilagay mo yung coconut, namamatay din yung baga, di
Yes
ba?
po sir. Kaya kailangan po talaga matusta po yung coconut po para mas malasa po siya. After po natin
Yan.
tustahin po, ibubuhos na po natin yung ating coco vinegar po.
So very intense yung flavor kasi hindi siya tubig, no?
Yes
yung,
po.
hindi
Ay
na
na rin po kasi yung
nadidilute.
pinakamagpapalasa sa kanya po. Pipigayin na po natin para po lumabas yung katas po niya.
So nagiging grayish yung kanyang kulay, no?
Yes po.
So basically, para lang talaga siyang ensalada.
Yes
pero
po,
yung,
sir.
yung finish niya has that smoky aroma. So nagiging special and
Yes.
very memorable.
So ito na po yung itsura niya. sir.
Oh. So, konting timpla na lang kulang dyan,
Yes
no?
po, mga ano po natin. Ito po yung atin, lagyan po natin ng konting pepper lang
Pepper.
po. Pinch lang po siya.
Oo.
Tapos po yung ating salt po. Para may konting saltiness po.
Oo.
Then yung ating garlic po.
Garlic.
Tapos onions po.
Then, wala siyang luya.
Wala po siyang luya.
Oo. Interesting, no?
Tapos i-mix lang po natin siya.
Oo. Napaka-basic lang ng ginagawa, ha? Pero, yung natikman ko, talagang very appetizing siya.
Pagka-mix po natin, buhos lang po natin yung kanyang sauce po. Po siya.
Very, very nice.
Konting
So
mix lang po
simple.
siya.
Oo.
Santayin lang po natin siyang kumapit po. Para po mas
Yeah.
malasa po siya sa talong po natin.
So, parang siyang coconut dressing, no?
Yes.
Parang ganun na yung
Yes, sir.
konsepto niya.
Konting-
Very traditional na recipe, o, di ba? Garlic bay. Sibuyas.
Po.
Then,
Chili po.
kulang yata yung rings mo para maging Olympics.
Ayan na po siya. Ito na po yung ating kulawo.
Kulawo, yan. At titikman
So,
natin
ready to
siya.
taste na po siya.
Yan.
Hi, Chef. Ito na po yung ating finished product. Kulawo
Wow.
po with canapé po.
So ito, very
So, serve as appetizer po, sir.
very fancy, di ba? So ito siya. Parang bruschetta. Then ito yung ating ulam. Titikman natin. Care for some? It's masarap.
Then, ito po, sir. Pwede nyo siyang tikman, sir, ng walang kulawo canapé po. Yung purong kulawo lang po siya.
Ang mga taga-Laguna pa, mahilig sa manghang? Hindi.
Hindi po masyado.
Masyado.
More
So,
on
optional.
coconut po talaga, sir.
So optional lang yung
Yes
lalagyan ng
po.
sili.
Optional lang po tayo sa chili.
Kulawo. Sarap. Yung sweetness yan, natural yung sweetness of the
Yes po.
coconut, no? Sarap. Kulang ng inihaw na baboy. Thank you very much, Chef Mardon.
Thank you po, Chef. Ito na po ang kulawo ng San Pablo, Laguna. Simple.
Our discoveries in San Pablo didn't stop there. Along the shores of Sampaloc Lake sits an Italian-American-inspired restaurant run by two sisters. At Sorella Cafe and Restaurant, good food comes with a beautiful lakeside view. Ito sobra kong nagandahan sa area because this is beside one of the 7 lakes of Laguna. This is Sampaloc Lake, San Pablo, Laguna. Tingnan mo, look at that, no? There are mabangka, mga fish pens, and all that. And we are visiting this restaurant. It's fairly new, and the chef is a local but worked in New York for quite some time. And nandito siya, nakabalik siya, and put up this restaurant, Sorella. And we're trying the food today. I'm excited. The expertise that was learned from New York is brought here in San Pablo. So you'll see very rustic. Nandito, medyo may very sophisticated facade. Hello, Chef! Beautiful space. Ang ganda. Yeah, so they've been telling me about your pasta. Also, you make everything here unexpected in the area. But it's like such a scenic drive. Oh my God! Nainggit ako sa kusina. Pwede mag-ballroom dance, no? Pwede mag-ballet. Wow! Walk in. Oh my God!
My sister, she's the pastry chef here.
Okay. Nakita ko na yung chocolate cake kanina. Tsaka, oh my God! Hello! Wow!
Hi,
Hello.
San Pablo.
Yeah, in this area. Yes. Hello, hello. Wow. I love your kitchen. So,
This is the pastry room, and next door is the pasta room.
yeah, I saw it from outside, no? Parang, wow. So, you were based in New York as well?
Before, yes.
Oh, wow.
She's also making a lot of effort to connect with the
Yeah.
local farmers,
Yeah.
trying to
this
get
one
local
po,
produce.
it's from Laura's farm here sa Malamig.
Okay.
I'm trying to get all the lettuces and then I asked him to pagtatanim ng basil,
Yeah.
thyme, and tomatoes. The heirloom tomatoes from US. So it's gonna take a while.
This is meatballs.
Yes. It's beef and pork. Some guanciale as well in there.
So very, very simple, straightforward, like almost like home cooking, but just with a little bit of finesse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's what Italian food is actually. It's more on home cooking.
Yeah.
I just want to
nice.
brought it up a little bit na more on a upscale, not upscale, but fine tuning.
Yeah.
Yes.
But because that's what Italian is talaga eh. Parang sa bahay lang. When I quit a job, I would travel. So I just go to Italy for like 3 months and stuff like that. Then I stay longer, nag-aral din po ako doon just to do staging.
What made you
I would-
decide to come back to the Philippines?
I work a lot. Chef, you know how restaurant is,
yeah.
right? I think for me, it's better na mag-work ka just for yourself.
Yeah.
At least blood, sweat, and tears, it's yours.
Yeah.
And like sa ibang bansa, you do the same thing, longer hours, but you're not even expressing the food. na
You're just
parang
you're
gusto
just
mo.
like a machine.
Yeah. So here, I can
It's not even your
Express.
personal expression,
Yeah.
but here you
Yeah,
can.
I can express it through food. I work with my sister. I have my family here, so it's better. It's better.
So both of you work in New York.
All of
Both-
us, yeah,
Oh.
all of us.
Oh, all
My
of-
sister actually, she's a chemist,
Oh, really?
and she turned pastry chef.
Yeah.
Oh,
And baking's all chemistry.
it's all, yeah.
Yeah,
Diba? I tried it. Lasagna.
lasagna. Yes.
This is homemade pasta.
Yes, it's lasagna verde, spinach lasagna with bolognese and bechamel. The bolognese is traditionally made. Actually, it's braised with milk.
Mm.
Because bolognese is always braised with milk po, hindi lang just tomatoes.
Mm.
So it's very heavy when you eat it.
And the pasta is a bit tender, no? Because of the spinach. Mm. Mm. What dishes have resonated with the locals so far?
This one po.
Ano?
This is one of the, they always get the lasagna. The pomodoro, no. Because they're looking for something like spaghetti Filipino.
Yeah, it's sweet, diba?
So,
And this one is?
that's the porchetta.
Oh!
Yes. So that one is porchetta with some rosemary, garlic, thyme.
Bok choy? Is it bok choy?
No, it's mustard.
Oh, mustasa.
Because
Oh.
it's broccoli rub family po.
Oh, I love mustasa.
Kasi wala ditong broccoli rub, so I
Mm.
look something in the family.
Mm.
Mustard family, so it works well together.
Adds very nice spiciness.
Yeah. It cuts back with the fat of the pork.
Now it reminds me of the Chinese patatim,
Mm.
diba? Yung pork with the mustard.
Yeah.
And they serve it in a steamed bun.
Yes.
And this one's a short rib, no?
Yes, it's full of the bone.
Mm.
It's slowly braised for 3 hours. It's
At my
brined.
kanin, you can't not have it with rice, but I'm happy there's rice and there's sauteed caramelized onions.
It's braised balsamic onions. It's slowly braised balsamic onions with.
Rice.
Yeah, I put rice on the menu because
Yeah.
a lot of people are asking for
Yeah.
rice.
Right.
If not, they go away. They just walked out.
Ang sarap. Mm.
All of the bone talaga yan. Eh.
Mm. Lambot. Mm. There's a bit of crunch,
Yes, po.
crust.
Crust from the peppercorn.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I think that, the food is so, like, simple and straightforward that you need to be in a certain state just to sit down and enjoy it, not rush it. It's dessert time. Nagsimula na akong kumain ng carrot cake. Ilayo nyo na sa akin, please. It's gooey. Ah? Pasado yung carrot cake, ha? And even the frosting, it's not too sweet. Ngayon yung very light tanginess ng yung cream cheese. Ito yung una ko nakita nung pumasok ako. Yung chocolate cake. Moist. Let's taste. Super moist and tender. Super busog and parang na-surprise din ako sa quality ng food. It's very straightforward, Italian-inspired, done very well. As in, very well. Pulido, the seasoning is perfect. Favorite is the ribs, no? Yung beef rib. Ang sarap siya with the caramelized onions with balsamic. The cakes are also very good. Pero masarap lahat eh. So, if you have time, this is sort of a destination restaurant here in Sampaloc along the Sampaloc Lake. Very scenic route. And you will see Sorella, which means sisters, a partnership among sisters here in Laguna. Yeah. If you have time, pasyal kayo dito. From foreign-inspired flavors, we continue our journey to a farm known for its homegrown coffee beans. Here at Maming's Coffee Farm, we got a deeper appreciation of local coffee and the passion behind every cup.
This is single origin Robusta.
From here,
From here, lahat yan, Robusta mostly. And we have a Robusta Arabica blend.
Yeah.
I buy the Arabica from Davao. We buy our Arabica directly from the farm in Mount Apo.
What do you recommend I try?
The best seller is the blend. Always the blend.
Always the blend. So we'll do the whole thing from the grinding.
From the grinder to the...
Okay.
Right now, you just do the pour over, mas madali.
Yes, at saka I like the pour over. Ano yung character ng Robusta natin dito?
Well, actually, it's bitter. They say it has a slight cacao beet daw. Sometimes it has this brown sugar. Well, actually, that's what they say.
That's what they say. But according to you,
According to me, it's an ordinary coffee. This farm is a coffee farm for the household. The design, the idea behind this farm is people, ordinary tao, could enjoy it.
why did you start your coffee? Was this planted by you or it was already around yung coffee niya?
Well, actually, when I was a kid, grade 4 yata, nagtanim kami ng tatay ng kape. And then, nung ako'y nag-abroad, it's like 2010, merong program ang Nestle, Revive Coffee Industry. Sabi ko, pag nawalan ako ng trabaho sa OFW, ito ang aking papasukin. We decided to, sabi ko, lulutuin ko ang kape. Because I can tell a lot of stories.
Pero dito, ano yung original na variety ng San Pablo?
It was Excelsa and Barako.
Okay.
Nung nagtanim kami, Excelsa and Barako. Right now, this is our main product, but Department of Agriculture, ako ang presidente ng region for coffee growers. The initiative is develop the Barako coffee again, kasi dito kilala ang region.
What's the market potential of Barako? Is there a demand? Is it a growing demand?
Right now, some of the farmers from Lipa are exporting Barako Middle East. Kasi mas mahilig sila doon sa Turkish coffee na they're exporting to Middle East. Some have tried to America, California. And mahirap pa ang farming ng Barako kasi you know, when you export, there are several requirements.
What's your preferred coffee?
Well, every day we drink Robusta dito sa bahay. But my Arabica and Robusta blend ay gusto ng anak kong babae. So I have 2 kids who like coffee. And they still prepare the Robusta Arabica. Yung anak kong lalaki, because maybe of the tendency na lalaki na gustong bold ng kape. Yeah, that's the main characteristic of
Barako.
No, Robusta.
Robusta.
It's bold and it's medyo heavy siya.
Yeah.
May body talaga siya. So, for us, when we used to put our latte or itong mga cappuccino na yan, Robusta. If the order is pure black, Americano, or long black, ginagamit namin yung aming blend. No?
Very bitter, no? Yung taste.
Yeah.
It's nice. Ako, I like it, ha?
The blend is quite expensive. So kung you serve it on mga events, sobra.
But what's your volume like? Like, ilang kilo yung napuproduce nyo na given?
Actually, we are producing around 3,000 kilos of ripe cherries.
Right.
Pag natuyo yun, around 450
kilos.
kilos.
Let's quite a lot na rin.
Last October, ubos na yung 400 namin. So it's good for us. But again, the farm itself is not sustainable because of labor. So that's why I've been trying to do farm tour. I've been doing training. Yung mga farmers.
It's not sustainable because the farm is not big enough? Or
I
is it
should say,
technology?
Well, actually, it's not too big and mabigat ang labor. You have to pay for. We started with around 6,000 per tao. Ang labor namin dito. It's 2010. Now, I'm putting around 18,000 per person. But yeah, we still focus on adding value. Do tourism, kung may mga taga Manila gusto bumisit, I do training. Mga farmers na willing to learn because I enjoy sharing my idea. Though mahirap. Farming is something that I always share now that it's not that easy. Coffee farming is not that easy.
You make it work day by day, learning and sharing and all that.
I like to share my thoughts kasi matanda na ako eh. That's my only legacy is what I have experienced in our shop. I'm lucky that I have this opportunity to experience these different varieties of coffee, share it with people.
Thank you very much. Very interesting conversation over a cup, beautiful cup of coffee.
Thank you guys.
Our visit to the coffee farm gave us a quiet connection with nature, and that same feeling was present at our next stop, Ilaya at Santa Elena. We were welcomed with a lovely dance performance that instantly brought energy to the experience. Come on, Majed. Let's dance, Majed. Welcome. Wow. I love it. They are known for two dishes, one creative and modern, the other classic prepared the traditional way.
Ito po yung luluto tayo ng pansit na yari sa kabute, kalabasa, and buko na ang ibang ingredients ay nanggaling dito sa bukid na aming mga itinanim. So ang tawag dito is pansit kalabuko kasi kalabasa, kabute, and buko. So ito, dito lang sa amin sa Barangay Santa Elena sa San Pablo, nag-origin ang pansit kalabuko. Kasi yung pansit kalabuko, ito yung pansit na ginawa ko para dun sa lab ko. Pwede na tayo magsimula. Coconut oil. So, maliit pa akong bata, mahilig talaga ako magluto. Kasi lagi kami naiiwanan ng nanay at tatay ko sa bahay. Kaya kahit simpleng talbos ng kamote, niluluto ko. So, ganito ngayon yun. Ang susunod na natin ay ang bawang at saka ang sibuyas para mas masarap at mas mabango. Ano. Then, meron tayong chicken longganisa. Tapos, meron tayong liver, chicken din. Then, meron tayong squid. Tapos, susunod na natin yung ating buko. Then, susunod na natin yung ating kalabasa. Sotanghon. Then, gawin natin ng konting sabaw. Yung ating pork. Yung ating bihon. Yung canton. Then, after that, ang susunod na natin ay yung mga gulay na sa tabing bakod lang natin ito, mga tanim na kung saan ay tanim ng ating mga lokal na magsasaka dito sa palipaligid, kamote tops, and then ating celery, chives, then halo na. So yung pansit natin hindi masabaw ano. Kasi yung gulay, may sarili na yan sabaw, may sariling katas. So ayan, pwede natin ilagay na ito, mga malalaking tipak. So, ito yung tinatawag natin na yung powderize, yung mushroom, no? Powderize. Margarine, para maging glossy siya. And then yung aminos. And final, para mas maganda siyang tingnan, para daw I love you. 1, 2, 3, di ba? Ito siya. Lagyan na natin ito. Finish. So, ito na. Luto na yung ating pansit kalabuko para kay love ko. Very simple. Gagawa tayo ngayon ng minana namin sa aming pang mga lola. Ito ngayon, na-miss ko yung pagkain na yon. Sabi ko, gagawin ko to Eto, instead of uraro, ang ginawa namin is yung gabi. And then, nilahokan namin ito ng kinayod na buko. So, babalatan muna natin. Madulas kasi pag binasa mo pa ito. Kaya tuyo-tuyuin mo na lang siya. Ayun, yung aming yadyaran dito, mga naiwan pa ng aming mga matatanda. Yung kita niyo yung texture niya, ang ganda, para ng harina talaga. Nung mawala na si Lola, dito na kasi kami nanirahan, di Laguna. Kaya itong si Planchado, sabi ko, bubuhayin ko to pag panahon na lolo na rin ako. Pagka naglulutoan kami, tuwan-tuwa yung mga pamangkin, apo, ay magluluto.
So ito kasi siya, yung one of the mga staples talaga ng Filipino even before the, 'di ba, the Spaniards and the Americans came. So parang part talaga siya ng ating mga kinakain. At saka marami namang klase ng mga taro, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Iba-ibang variety.
Basta ka-family ng mga yam. Even nga po yung ube, pwede rin natin gawin
Gamin,
talaga rin
oo.
dito.
At saka nagiging malagkit siya, no? Parang nagde-develop yung kanyang stickiness.
Yung stickiness niya, padagdag pa tayo ng sugar. Mas, mga kabataan, mas gusto talaga
Matamis,
nila,
oo.
matamis eh. Ang planchado laman lupa, laging napapagkamalan nila daw tupig. Wherein the difference are, okay, ang tupig yari sa grains.
Grains, rice, 'di ba?
Samantalang ang planchado, root crops. Parang suman siya. Yung iba na nagkakamali sila ng paghahalo. Sinalagyan na nila dito. Hindi siya mabubuo.
Kasi yung fat niya magse-separate siya.
Yan, oo. Kaya dapat ilagay mo talaga siya ng ganan na mo siya ng kutsara.
At saka maganda tong activity kasi na may yung mga bata. Kasi nakikita nila yung pagkain galing sa lupa. Kaya mong kumain ng masarap kung anong meron ka sa paligid mo. Nakikita nila yung transformation from something na mukhang hindi makain into something delicious. So parang alchemy, naintindihan nila yung process. Yan.
Yan, pwedeng sandwich mo ng ganon.
Or pwede din isang ganito.
Pwede namang isang ganon pa rin ang natin. Pwedeng pack, okay?
One over the other, dumikit na siya.
So, dapat mainit na mainit na mainit. Super sa init ang ating plancha.
So yan, ang bango-bango talaga magplancha. Dapat dire-diretso ka kasi pinapainit mo siya para mag-even out yung init ng metal. Then, may dahon ng saging talaga.
Yung ating plancha na sinauna, para kayong
Alam ko yan. Oo.
Kami 1 kilo yata o 2 kilo yata ito.
Pinapabaga mo talaga ng maayos,
di
di ba?
natin siya maayos. Eh, nung araw, talagang sa siya sa kahoy, sa apoy.
Yeah.
Kaya kita ko na si Lola pagka mamamalansya, andito sa katabi yun. Pagkatapos nun, sige, lagay na natin.
Ayan, sige.
Tapos, pagka ilalagay mo si plancha, dapat muna yung ilalim niya,
Luto na.
may luto na siya.
Kailangan mag-set mo na siya.
Oo.
I get. Naamoy nyo ba? Hindi nila naamoy sa screen
labas.
yan. Pero dito, amoy na amoy namin. Pati ako, nangangamoy na akong planchado.
To maintain yung heat niya, yung temperature niya, papasok na ngayon, ito,
Plancha.
si plancha. Now, pagka ganito, puprotektahan natin, meron tayong additional na dahon. Yan, chef, mag-start na tayo mamlansya. Malapat na siya.
Hindi siya ganun
Hindi
lang
po,
siya.
dampi-dampi lang po.
Dampi-dampi
Palipat,
lang.
1, 2,
So,
3.
Gentle tapping.
Yes.
Para siyang bibingka in a way, pero
Yeah.
direct heat. Nag-brown siya. Mainit siya, oh.
Yes.
Kasi nag-brown siya, oh.
Mhm.
Oh, you hear the sizzle?
Yan.
Ang saya nito. At saka, ako, natuwa ko kasi may bago akong natutunan na never in my imagination makaisip ako ng ganito. Look, ang ganda ng texture niya. Tingnan
Yes
mo.
po.
Tingnan mo siya, oh. Nagiging gelatinous.
Yan.
Mainit siya, in fairness. It's less chewy than yung tupig, di ba? Nice texture. So, chewy inside, may mga bits and pieces na crispy-crispy. Yung lasa ng margarine. May konting tamis-alat mix. Interesting.
Filipino chef.
Shortly after the cooking demo, they did another dance presentation as the food was served, and they even got me to join in. With a huge spread laid out in front of us, there was only one thing left to do: eat. Ito yung pansit kalabuko na ginawa kanina, maraming sahog, pero special dito may kalabasa and buko meat. At ito yung sinayaw ko pa. Yan ang secret ingredient, no? From reinvented local dishes and lakeside dining to homegrown coffee and nature-filled experiences, San Pablo Laguna gave us a flavorful escape full of unforgettable discoveries. Kaya tinatawag siyang Bato Springs dahil sa mga bato dito. And tingnan mo, napaka-scenic, very quiet and spiritual. Paraiso de Avidad. Paraiso talaga siya, no? It feels like, it looks like. Nandito tayo sa Sulyap. This is like a heritage restaurant and bed and breakfast sa San Pablo. Tara na mga suki! Suki. That's suki. Suki, Japanese restaurant.
Simple.ph. Living made simple.